Pro-rata payments, deadlines, wildfire relief tax exemptions, they're all topics discussed in an Action News Now exclusive with the Fire Victim Trust. Action News Now reporter Chloe Curtis shows us more from her conversation with trustee Kathy Yanni today.
Do you have any idea if potentially we could see another increase by the end of the year, or is it still a little too murky to tell right now?
It's a little too murky. We're going as quickly as we can, and I would certainly like to, but I just don't know right yet. We're still in the middle of working out the final claims assessment.
As of the first week of June, 100% of determination notices have been issued to claimants, more than $19 billion awarded, and more than $12 billion paid out. Trustee Kathy Yanni says while the trust is unsure just how much survivors will ultimately get, it won't be 100% due to this being a bankruptcy case. In a letter posted to the Fire Victim Trust website Wednesday, Yanni says, quote, "The top issue of concern is the concept that fire victims were supposed to be paid 100% of the value of their losses. This is incorrect. If there was sufficient money to pay everyone in full, PG&E would not have filed for bankruptcy."
No one was ever promised 100% by me, by the trust, by Judge Montali, by the court, by the very nature of the fact it's a bankruptcy.
Yanni tells me no matter how many claims there ended up being, the amount of money in the trust would end up being $13.5 billion. That made being strategic about the sale of PG&E stock even more important. And the trust was actually able to bring in an additional $750 million more dollars. The other key part to a bankruptcy case:
everyone has to receive the same pro rata share. And as you know, we're now at 66%.
To get your increase, your claim had to be finalized and you had to sign and submit both releases. Getting your payment is not contingent on others, and as of this month, about 90% of claimants have submitted their releases. The remaining 10% now have a deadline.
Once we got to about 60%, it's required that we get the releases, so I put the release process in motion.
Claimants have until August 15th to submit their releases.
This last 10%, in order to help get them in the door, I felt that if we had a cutoff date, which is August 15th, then that would help us get the remaining 10% in. If you do not sign a release, you will not get any further distributions.
As the trust continues finalizing remaining claims and collecting required releases, it hopes legislation to exempt wildfire relief payments from federal taxes will finally happen.
I have no idea why that should be taxed. It seems very unfair. These people are struggling to put their lives together all across the country, and this legislation would be very, very helpful to all of them, so they get as much of their money as they possibly can.
We have a link on our website to the Trust's latest letter and more information about the required releases. Again, it's on our website. Just search for this story.